Alright, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. It's the brother of Bakala Walam, here with another hopeful edifying lesson to the elect body of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawahshi. I got this lesson here in relation to the famine of the word. I might name it "The Famine is Coming," because this guy that's over there in the Israeli state by the name of Benjamin Netanyahu, had made a statement of his concerns with the cell phone and social media in general and how it can spread information. Basically, you know what they like to call it, disinformation, misinformation, basically. This is for entertainment purposes, commentary purposes. United States Code, Chapter 17, subsection 107. This is for entertainment and criticism purposes of Fair Use Act. Chapter 17, United States Code, subsection 107. So you can take this information how it's presented, right? So I'm going to play this clip. I got a collage of two videos, basically. I put two videos together, and I'm going to just play it, and we're going to go for there.
You can penetrate this machine. You can penetrate this little instrument, and you can say about Major Garrett anything you want, and I can paint you as a monster. And if I say it often enough people will believe it. We have seen the deterioration of support for Israel in the United States. Almost, I would say it correlates almost 100% with the geometric rise of social media. While we were fighting the physical military battle on 7 battlefields, 7-front war, we were completely exposed on the 8th front. The media war, really the social media war. We have to fight back.
You heard it for yourself. He called the phone in your hand, the one you watching this video from, the front that he got to win, the 8th front specifically. Hey, what do you call somebody that authorizes blowing up church houses and mosques and tents and hospitals and refugee camps? What do you call them? Evil, right? What do you call people who still exterminate individuals during a ceasefire that you declared, that you negotiated? Over 73,000, mainly women and children, have been taken out because you demonized an entire country for being Hamas. They can say anything about you. That was the leader of the so-called only democracy in the Middle East trying to say you should not have freedom of speech unless you, especially if you speak in truth to power. Big game. Entire families have been wiped out. I'm talking about genocided. I'm talking about textbook. There is no more living members that we can even put on the registry. How many families they wiped out? I'm talking erased lineages, systematic annihilation of this man being able to capitulate, talking about Amalek and goddamn the Bible and, you know what I'm saying, whatever the Torah say. Hey, listen, man, you are evil. Anybody that can do some ungodly things using the word of God and the belief in God is definitely some devil. When American students are being thrown around like rag dogs for using their tools of democracy on a campus they paid to be on, that's evil. I remember seeing this video of a Jewish studies department director being thrown on the ground because she dared to say not again mean for everybody. This man got multiple warrants out for his arrest in the international community because of the demonic things that he's done in the name of safety, protection, and existence. I watched the father go pick up limbs of his kids in Gaza, and then you goddamn carpet bombed it again while they was going there looking for the limbs of their children. That's evil. I watched a video of an IDF soldier throw a grenade in a place while they was doing morning prayer. I'm talking about they praying. He said, watch this, handed somebody his phone, threw the grenade in there, and blow the people up in the room. All because of what? Y'all moving like the only way to legitimize your sovereignty in that region is to completely obliterate the indigenous folks that were the original inhabitants of that land. Funny how that works, huh? And then you say this, we the original inhabitants, this means X, Y, and Z. Well, the Native Americans, goddamn, and the Hawaiians, and the folks of New Zealand and Australia got something to say. Well, it only apply to you, huh? What in the European gene is going on here?
Those who hate Israel hate America, and those who hate America hate Israel.
they're going to shut down social media. He sat down with ABC yesterday and she told him that American support for Israel is plummeting. And she asked, what do you think it is? Is it your messaging, your image, or your policy? And you're not going to believe his answer.
32% of Americans look at your government favorably. That's a 15-point drop in just the last 4 years. When you think of it like that, do you think that Israel has a messaging problem, an image problem, or a policy problem?
I think there's been a change because of the proliferation of social media and the fact that sovereign countries have manipulated with bot farms and other things. And we can see a direct relationship between the proliferation of the social media and the decline in support for Israel. Now, I'm not telling you that the war in Gaza and the way that it was misrepresented here and the lies that were put forward, that didn't influence this. It did, unfortunately. But I am saying that there is those who hate Israel hate America, and those who hate America hate Israel. And I think that it's a larger issue that is being a larger battle that is being waged here for the soul, the heart and soul of young Americans. I think it's a broader thing. Does it concern me? Yes. Yes, it does.
The war in Gaza was misrepresented and the lies that were pushed about Israel. So essentially, he's saying due to the proliferation of social media, that's why there's a decline in support of Israel. And this is why I say they're going to come after social media. And I'm sorry, what? Those who hate America hate Israel, and those who hate Israel hate America? When did we become one? Oh. Never mind.
So yeah, so he called social media the eighth front, right? That they will win, right? It's a battle that they're gonna win. Social media is the eighth battle, the eighth front that they're gonna win, right? So, like the lady just said, they're gonna shut down social media, or more or less, maybe make some strict restrictions on social media that only certain information is going to be available, right? I just want to bring this out too, that he spoke about this some by this guy Jay Rockefeller made a comment in 2012. It says former U.S. Senator Jay Rockefeller made headlines for questioning if the internet was a net negative for society during a 2012 Senate Commerce Committee hearing on cybersecurity. He stated, it really almost makes you think. The question would it have been better if we never invented the internet and had to use paper and pencil or whatever? Because it's on the internet that these acts of shutting down, right? It says Rockefeller, who chaired the committee, raised these concerns because he viewed internet perpetrated cyber attacks as the number one threat to national security. He was deeply worried that hackers could easily cripple America's electrical grids, financial networks, and critical infrastructure without requiring physical explosives. And how ironic something like that just occurred, right? With the water, and I forgot where it was at. Some cyber attack, and they try to blame it on. They said Iran did it. Let me see, Iran. Cyber attack was which Donald Trump blamed it on the governors. Yes, Iranian hackers attack our water systems. Here are 5 things our leaders need to do. That was 5 days ago, but I think Donald Trump was saying it was the governor of that state. I'm trying to think what state it was. At least 12 states face cyber attacks. Let me see. At least 12 states face cyber attacks on their water systems, sources say. Right? How ironic that they know these things are going to occur, But nonetheless, they can't stop them. This is a potential, because the fact of it being a cyber attack is not the issue. The issue of the matter is they being exposed on the internet, social media. That's the reason why they had a problem with TikTok when it first came out. They were trying to regulate it because all this information basically was coming out. So they had to put a stop to it, trying to regulate it, try to have people buy it out. Trump blames cyber on governor. Yeah, Minnesota, right. President Donald Trump blamed Minnesota Governor Tim Walz for cyber attacks that compromised over 30 municipal water systems in the state. So Trump said it was the governor, the leftists, the Democrats, right? During the August 2026 cabinet meeting, Trump dismissed intelligence pointing to Iran, alleging instead that Minnesota and its corrupt governor were behind it due to gross incompetence. so Trump saying it was the governor of Minnesota. They was behind it, the left, right? The Democrats. But we understand the reason why they want to really take down the internet is due to this word, the word of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawahshi spreading, and it's being undeniable, and it's growing as time progresses. The internet is growing. I mean, this word, the word of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawahshi is growing, and it's getting much attention. It's getting more and more attention, and they gotta put it into it. And they want to put it, these elites trying to put it into it, and heading with this guy Benjamin Netanyahu. They got to come up with a cover story, and they more or less trying to say people are spreading disinformation or misinformation, or spreading lies about these particular people, the small hats, and that's all you need to say. Just like it says in scriptures, in the New Living Translation, they can't be criticized. I think I'm gonna try to find that. Come back to 8. Where is it? I think it's in Psalms. Gotta change Bibles real quick. Criticize openly. I'm not sure how they got it. I know that's not how they got it spelled. What is it done? Let me see. Yeah, it's in Job. It's Salakia. It's talking about the wicked, right? The New Living Translation is in Job. Salakia. But this is yeah, it's in Job. It's in the book of Job, but this is not the chapter. I think it's chapter 30 or 20 or something. Be Job 26. Yeah, 21. Right. No one criticizes them openly or pay them back for what they have done. It's talking about these Amalek, them evil people. What the guy said, you are evil. What the guy in the first video was saying, right? Jake in the first video was saying, that's evil. Meaning the wicked is these people. This is Job 21. Job chapter 21 and 29 says, but ask those who have been around, and they will tell you the truth, right? People with wisdom, right? Evil people are spared in a time of calamity and are allowed to escape disaster. No one criticizes them openly or pays them back for what they have done, right? When they are carried away to the grave and honor, and honor, guard keeps watch at their tomb, right? But nonetheless, it's talking about these evil people, the wicked. Right, it tells you, I'm gonna just switch it back. So like, I'm gonna switch it back to, cause more or less that precept, nobody criticizes them openly is the point. It's talking about the wicked, right? Job 21. Let me do this. Job 21. I'm gonna skip around, right? Job 21 and 29 is have Job 21 Job chapter 21 verse 29. Have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Meaning what? Yeah, Esau, man, they reserved for the day of destruction. There's a precept that says that's what the wicked is reserved to the yeah, that's what it says. I think it says there's another precept what it says, Edom, the people. I think it's in Malachi. Let me see. For the day, it might be Jeremiah. It's in Jeremiah. It's in Jeremiah or Malachi. Let me see. I think it's in Jeremiah. People. I'm not sure I was quoted. I can't remember. It's probably got it. Let me go back here. It's Job 20. Okay. It's like here. Let me go here. Malachi. It might be in this precept here. Yeah, right. Isaiah's in Isaiah 34:5 says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse the judgment." Right? So they are cursed with judgment. Now I'm going to read it out the Amplified, right? It says, "For my sword is satiated with blood in heaven. Indeed, it will come down for judgment on Edom and on the people whom I have doomed for destruction." So that's these Edomites, man. They are doomed for destruction, and that's why they are reserved for the day of destruction. Like it says, the wicked is Edom. It tells you that in Malachi chapter 1. This Job 21:30 again, it says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction, right? They're reserved at the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Now we're going to jump to the New Living Translation, 31. "No one criticized them openly or pays them back for what they have done." Right? So that's these people. That's these, starting with these Amalekites, starting with the elites. Small hats over there, right? Starting with them because they are the head tribe of Edom, Amalek. Starting with them, nobody criticized them openly. That's why he's want to do away with the internet, because he's trying to perpetrate that whatever this information that comes out is painting them in a false light, when in actuality it's spreading light on this devil, on his wickedness. And they want to do away with the internet, right? Which is all which I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to this precept, Job 20. It tells you that was the whole reason why the internet was created, right? It's Job 20:27. It says, "The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against them." Right? So that's the internet. The heavens, though, satellites are in the heavens, right? It says the heavens shall reveal his iniquity. The World Wide Web, right? The use of the satellites in the heavens, in the space, in outer space, right, is revealing this devil's iniquity. So that's the true reason why they want to do away with the internet. That's the true reason. This cyber attack and all that's just a cover up, because Esau is behind the majority of these attacks anyway, if not all of them. He orchestrates these attacks, right? But that's the true reason, because he's being revealed by the internet. So they want to shut it down, right? Job 20:27, it says the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against them. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, Yahawah bahasham Yahawahshi, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High, right? So this is a portion of the wicked man. The wicked is who? Edom. Edomites are the wicked. So that's their portion. They're being revealed. And that's the true reason why they want to do away with the internet. And this prophecy that now we can go back to Amos, that is prophesied that this will happen, right? Right? They're gonna put whatever the case may be, shut the internet down altogether, which I doubt that. maybe. I'm not sure. Or they're gonna have a strict strict restrictions on the internet. What can be viewed, and this truth is going to be taken out one way or the other. Like if it's a EMP attack, or these strict guidelines and restrictions that only certain information is going to be out there, folly and mirth, and whatever narrative that they want to have you people believe, that's the only thing that's going to be shown. But this truth from Yahawah bahasham is no longer, when that time comes, it's not going to be out there to be viewed. Like this devil was saying, right? Amos 8:11, it says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, Yahawah bahasham, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahawah," right? So that's the famine of the word. It's going to be coming. Like this internet is going to be they're going to be strict restrictions on it, or it's going to be like an EMP attack or whatever, man. They're going to shut the internet down, or however the case may be. We have no idea. But what we do know, that the word is no longer going to be heard. Verse 12, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahawah, and shall not find it. In that day the fair virgins and the young men shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst." Right? That's living water, right? "And they that swear by the sins of Samaria and say, Thy God, O Dan, liveth, in the manner of Beersheba liveth, even they shall fall and never rise again," right? These idols, these idols in America, right? These different idols, Jesus Christ and all these other fake religions, heathen religions, right? But basically that's the point. There's going to be a famine of hearing the words of Yahawah bahasham, right? Because this devil is being revealed. And that's the whole reason. And I want to play this clip also of this guy. I already got a short clip of it, but listen to what he says. He's a colonel or ex-colonel of the military. Just listen to what he said. And this is for educational purposes, fair use, right? United States Code 17107. I just had to say it again. Fair use. United States Code 17, subsection 107.
Let me preface these remarks with, I never, ever believe Israeli figures. I've been in the government too long to know that the Israelis are patent liars. In their intelligence community, in their propaganda community, certainly, and in their leadership, they are inveterate liars. Let me say that again. They are liars. So you can't believe anything that comes out of Jerusalem. It's all propaganda.
So I'm going to leave it right there. I might just play it. So he said you can't believe what you hear. So he said you can't believe what you hear coming from these people, man. He said you can't believe it. It's all propaganda. It's all lies. So I'm going to just play it again.
Let me preface these remarks with, I never, ever believe Israeli figures. I've been in the government too long to know that the Israelis are patent liars. In their intelligence community, in their propaganda community, certainly, and in their leadership, they are inveterate liars. Let me say that again. They are liars. So you can't believe anything that comes out of Jerusalem. It's all propaganda.
So he says propaganda, man. It's all lies. So you heard it from someone that has experience with the government and dealings with that state in particular, so like that's what it is the heavens is revealing his iniquities. There's too much information coming out that's exposing them. So that's the true reason why they want to do away with the internet. But these devils, they're gonna make a cover story and say this, that, and the third, and act like they're the victim, and you know how that is, So that's it. So I think I'm gonna end this lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Shalom to the next time. Yahawah, which means Lord willing, and why Abba Babal.
Those who hate Israel hate America, and those who hate America hate Israel.
They're going to shut down social media. He sat down with ABC yesterday and she told him that American support for Israel is plummeting. And she asked, what do you think it is? Is it your messaging, your image, or your policy? And you're not going to believe his answer.
32% of Americans look at your government favorably. That's a 15-point drop in just the last 4 years. When you think of it like that, do you think that Israel has a messaging problem, an image problem, or a policy problem?
I think there's been a change because of the proliferation of social media and the fact that sovereign countries have manipulated with bot farms and other things. And we can see a direct relationship between the proliferation of the social media and the decline in support for Israel. Now, I'm not telling you that the war in Gaza and the way that it was misrepresented here and the lies that were put forward, that didn't influence this. It did, unfortunately. But I am saying that there is those who hate Israel hate America, and those who hate America hate Israel. And I think that it's a larger issue that is a larger battle that is being waged here for the soul, the heart and soul of young Americans. I think it's a broader thing. Does it concern me? Yes. Yes, it does.
The war in Gaza was misrepresented and the lies that were pushed about Israel. So essentially he's saying due to the proliferation of social media, that's why there's a decline in support of Israel. And this is why I say they're going to come after social media. And I'm sorry, what? Those who hate America hate Israel, and those who hate Israel hate America? When did we become one? Oh. Never mind.
Let me preface these remarks with I never, ever believe Israeli figures. I've been in the government too long to know that the Israelis are patent liars. In their intelligence community, in their propaganda community, certainly, and in their leadership, they are inveterate liars. Let me say that again. They are liars. So you can't believe anything that comes out of Jerusalem. It's all propaganda.